Hey, what's up there, fellow rock stars? This is Ben Littlefield, Rockstar Ben, on behalf of our man, Dr. Dan. Welcome to the inside of the RockStar secret lair. All right, so this is what we call a strategy review. This is something we've done for a while, mostly for our coaching clients and coaching students, and we've recently opened it up to a few people in one of our private inner circle groups that we run. And we want to share this latest one with you guys. This is something we just started opening up to a few more people, and want to share this with you because I think the types of things we are doing here regularly, every month people submit different things they want us to look over, review. It could be a business-to-business type asset. They want us to look over their SEO that they're doing. They look over their sales funnel. Those kinds of things that have to do with online marketing, because Dan and I are involved in so much stuff. We've had some great success, and we love sharing our knowledge and our tips and advice with folks, and we really like the fact that we can do these kind of in an open way, and everybody can benefit from the learning here. So today we're letting you kind of inside the secret layer here to look at this strategy review. We're going to review a couple things and see if we can help some folks out here. So we're going to review a sales funnel and a business-to-business digital asset, and then we're going to have some feedback from you guys as well on this whole thing. So here we go. Let's just dive right on in. First, we're going to review a sales squeeze page, or sales and squeeze funnel. Okay, this is Aaron. Aaron has a product for realtors that he's selling. He says, "I'm giving away free content." A free content video to get them in. Should I send a squeeze page first? Send that traffic right to a squeeze page where I get an opt-in, or should I send them to a video and then they opt in from that video? Okay, this is a really good question because this is one of those things where you're trying to decide. Okay, if I'm driving traffic, do I want to get an opt-in first? Or do I want to give value first, and then from that value get an opt-in to more value? There is really no right or wrong answer here, but I can go and let's look at what you've got and go from there, and I can give you some really good advice on this because I've done lots of this stuff. Dan and I have experienced this significantly, and I have some good ideas for you. All right, so let's bring up the page that you wanted us to review here. Okay, so here we are on the page, and you've got your nice video right there. It's a nice, clean page. And then, so you basically have a video showing realtors how to target more homeowners online and all that stuff. So you're giving value right off the bat, and that's great. And I'm trying to look here. There's a couple things I want to point out here because you give a lot of really good value here, Aaron, but what happens is you've got this whole squeeze, this opt-in opportunity down here below the fold, and that's great, and that's really good bait. But my opinion is that while this would be effective, you would be a lot more effective dangling that bait and getting the opt-in, because without that opt-in, without that lead, you really don't have anything to go on. You really want to maximize number of leads, because once you have these leads, you can automatically follow up. You can do a lot of things. And if you have leaks like this, and your leak is, hey, I'm giving you this valuable content right here, right now, and then if you want more of that, hey, you're going to get people filling that out. But the problem is, you're going to get a lot less people than you can. And that should be your goal here. I mean, in anything we're all doing online, leads are the lifeblood of our business. So I would like to see something like this. I'm going to show you some actual examples of stuff we've done very similarly. Some of you guys might recall a few months back the RockStar Zero Challenge. Some of you might have discovered us from that. We got thousands upon thousands upon thousands of subscribers, new fans from that. And that was an amazing opportunity for us to share great value, and amazing opportunity for us to reach new folks that had never worked with us, never heard of us. So it was a win-win across the board. That's obviously what we want to do here. So let's start with a couple of the squeeze pages we used. This is one of them. Now, as you can see here, it looks like a video, I mean, it looks like, a play button, whatever. It's kind of crappy, I'll admit, but it actually worked. This pulled about 24% opt-in rate off of cold traffic. Did really well with this, and so it's essentially, you want to see the mind map and plan I'm using to nail down 50K in 30 days, and they essentially have to, in order to see this, it will bring them to a video to see that, but they opt in first, okay? So they opt in and they get sent, over to that information. So that's it's kind of giving them, hey, we've run an ad or run traffic to this promise that, hey, do you want to see, if you are an entrepreneur or whatever, and you want to see this, click here. And they click here, and then it's like, yeah, so you really want to see this? Okay, you said you want to see it. If you do, let's put your email where your mouth is, all right? And then, boom. So with that, we got over a 20% opt-in rate, very, very effective. And we had actually split test this, and that's another important thing I want to recommend. There's lots of different, tools to do these things, but we use lead pages right now for the most part. There's other options too, but it allows us to split test and do a few different things, because we originally had a video playing just like you did, and when we were doing that, our opt-ins were under 10%. So we were paying for traffic. And running ads, and even if we weren't paying for traffic, we were wasting a lot of traffic before, and then just doing this where it's hey, to reveal the video, you opt in. Similar example, okay, this is kind of a hybrid, and this actually converted over 40% for us, and it's going to be different from case to case, but this is when we started driving more traffic to when I was actually doing the challenge day by day. I would occasionally put my updates up, and obviously you had to be subscribed to see the full updates, but what I was doing was I was actually doing my full update video, but I would actually edit it to where I would cut it off just before I start revealing all the juicy stuff, okay, that people want to see. It's like a teaser. So it's 2 minutes of me talking about, hey, this is what, this is what you're going to learn. This is what's going on. Just real basic stuff. And then it's like, just before I get to the sexy stuff everybody's just drooling for. This is like the cliffhanger, it comes up right here. All right, sign up now to see the full update. It cuts me off like mid-sentence right here. This is over 40% opt-in rate on the traffic, and it was just phenomenal because we're giving them a little teaser. They're going right to this, they're seeing it, and then they're like, oh, to get more. So my recommendation is to have it to where the value is clear of what they're getting. All right, in this case, the value is clear. Well, they want to know what my plan is to do 50K in 30 days. In this one, I'm actually talking about what it takes to execute on this plan. Right, I'm talking about what I'm actually doing to execute on this path of success. But right as I start saying, here's what I'm doing, here's how I'm doing it, it just cuts to this black screen. Sign up now and see the full update. And so both ways are leading to the same thing. So you have all the elements here. I would just suggest doing something more along the lines of either a teaser where you actually have part of the video. But in your case, I would recommend doing something more like this, because you have something that is very specific to getting leads for realtors. And I would say, okay, free, see the exact blueprint for realtors to get X number of leads per day without stress. Boom. I mean, something like that. That would be highly effective. And then you can just, you can show a video or not show a video. Either way, it's just like click here to get instant access, to download it instantly, to see it instantly, to watch it instantly. All right, just simple as that. They click that and they go and opt in. Okay. So there you go, Aaron. I hope that's helpful for everybody else. When you're building funnels, you really need your primary goal especially when you're dealing with cold traffic, to gather a lead. Okay, now you're not going to convert every single lead, but you can definitely convert more leads from your traffic. And the more leads you have from the traffic you're getting, whether it's SEO traffic or affiliate traffic or paid traffic, whatever, the more leads you can convert from the traffic, the better. Why do you think there's so many marketers? We don't do this anymore, but back when we got started, but why do you think there's so many marketers that will sell a $7 or $9 or $10 product, okay, and give away 100% commissions for that traffic? Because it allows them to easily gather the traffic and the leads. Because number one, they're getting more traffic because it's more attractive to some affiliates. Okay, it's going to get some more affiliates probably attracted because they're getting 100% commission on that traffic, right? And then it's a low price point for the buyer, so it's a low barrier to entry, so they are going to therefore convert more buyer leads. Same thing with paid traffic. If I am spending $100 a day on leads, okay, if I'm doing this campaign right here, if I'm spending $100 a day on this, hey, if I do it one way and that $100 yields me 100 leads, I paid $1 a lead. If that same $100 lead gets me 200 leads, doubles me up, well, hell, I just cut my cost per lead acquisition in half. So this is how you need to be thinking. So feel free to split test this, but my clear, solid recommendation is to go with something where it's more along the lines of this, and maybe split test it with a teaser, like a max 1.5 2 minutes. I mean, this goes 2.5 minutes, but max 1.5 2 minute long teaser video that gets them excited. But my thought is based on your market. You're going to be best off going with something just real simple, real cut and dry, not a lot of fluff or BS. Just, hey, here's the deal. You want this? Give me your email. All right, cool. I hope that's helpful to all of you. Next, we're going to review a B2B asset. All right, so this one is one that I'm going to look at from a standpoint of getting more leads for him to be able to sell to clients, tenants, whatever you want to call it, to be able to sell his assets. So let's go ahead and bring that up, and we'll discuss it here and get some ideas. So I see you've created a lead gen demonstration to demonstrate to plastic surgeons that you are able to help them generate more leads with this really cool RockStar lead machine calculator that you're basically going to be able to offer as a service. This is something that's really cool. This is a strategy and technique we've used many times using that type of thing because somebody comes in, they fill out this calculator to get an instant quote on what it would cost to get cosmetic surgery. Since that's how you set this up, we'd be able to collect their email, and so if this were the cosmetic surgeon that had this on their site, they'd be happy to pay you couple, maybe a few $100s a month, maybe more, depending on who it is and where you're targeting. But just to literally host this for them and get that on there. So your question is, you're sending the leads straight to this page. So your leads are the cosmetic surgeons or the plastic surgery office people who make marketing decisions there. And your question is, how can you generate more leads? Getting them to raise their hand, so that you can get in touch with them and then sell them this thing for $500 a month and have several of them contact you every week. I'm pretty sure that's what you want to know. So let's first look at this. This looks great. I mean, this is powerful. So I'm looking at this. If I am the plastic surgeon who's looking to get more inquiries, this will definitely catch my attention once I have decided that I want to look at this. Okay, so I don't think you have any problems here on this page at all. So I'm going to kind of just review it. I mean, because I already know how this works. When somebody fills this out, when the cosmetic surgeon does this, they are going to actually, or you will be collecting their email address. So you will have received an opt-in for them just to demonstrate this, and then obviously they can come here and go even further to contact you. So you've got that all in order. So this is all solid. I've got to tell you, this is fine. If you are having a struggle getting leads, you have a traffic problem, not a conversion problem. Because if you're sending the right eyeballs to this, it will convert. I mean, what's the percentages? Man, I've seen, I have to be 100% honest with you, because I think you were in one of our, you are currently in one of our training programs that uses this exact example. And a problem you may be running into, possibly, I can't say this is it, but this is the exact example I taught to hundreds of people. So it, hell, actually, a few thousand people, I should say, know a little bit about this, niche in this example. So you really didn't choose anything that's kind of your own flavor. Not saying that that's bad. I mean, you can do just fine in this. I still do lots of stuff. Dan still does lots of stuff. Together we're crazy about cosmetic surgery and all that stuff. So I just wanted to kind of caveat this, but let's talk process, because this part of the process is great, solid. You've got them coming here, and they're basically you're telling, hey, why don't you see how this works, for yourself, and let's talk, basically, and you're giving them a chance. So this is clear. It's very clear cut, very obvious what this does. So that's why I'm saying your problem is a traffic problem more than anything. When I was doing this before, sharing the cosmetic surgery example and doing this similar approach with several people, several people being an understatement, but I was getting varied conversion rates, depending on the kind of traffic I was targeting. Some days I would get like 5%. Some days I get 25%. So let's kind of look into the traffic, because that's going to be the key indicator. If you want 5 leads a day, all right, and you're converting at 5%, okay, let's just say, let's keep it really conservative here. If you want, 5 leads a day, well, you need to get 100 pairs of eyeballs on this every day. 100. Okay, and that might mean, because now we're dealing in an area that a lot of people are now going after, okay, because a lot of people in the industry are talking about plastic surgery, cosmetic surgery for lead gen. So that just made it a little more expensive than it used to be. So to get those 5 leads a day, or to get those 100 sets of eyeballs a day, if you're doing Facebook, you might have to spend more money than other niches. So be prepared for that. Now, that's not to say it's not worth it. I'm just warning you that if you think a $5 a day budget is going to get you the amount of traffic and leads, you're probably wrong. Okay, so let's do a look here, because that's what we're here to review. Let's review. All right, so I'm setting this up as if I were actually running this campaign myself all over again. Okay, so I actually use my own site there, but look, this is essentially what I do. I would obviously create an image. I just use this for example purposes, but I would create an image that made it very clear that this is for cosmetic surgeons. I don't want anybody else clicking on it, okay? I want this to be very clear, it could be a picture of a cosmetic surgeon, a cosmetic surgery practice. Just be creative there, and be mindful, obviously, of Facebook's rules about the 20% text rule, because this would probably not pass the standards, okay? But I will show you the ad copy I wrote. This is exactly the ad copy I would write here. It would say, have a surgery biz, want 3 times more, or 3 times, I should say more. I just misspelled that. Okay. More inquiries this week. See the one simple thing now. Okay, so clearly this is very targeted to the traffic. Okay, so let's just solve this right away. I'm very specific. Hey, first of all, have a surgery business. If the answer is no, you're probably not interested in clicking this, so I'm not going to spend any money on you. Probably not. Okay, have a surgery business. Yes, I do. All right, cool. Next question. Want 3 times more inquiries this week? Well, if they're like, I'm busier than I can handle, I don't need any more business. No, well then they're not going to click it, right? So as long as they pass this test, I'm good. Yes and yes. All right, we are in business. See the one simple thing now. All right, that's it. So, more leads for you now. If you want those, if you're a surgeon, have a surgery business, and you want more leads, more business, more inquiries, you're gonna click this, right? Okay. Now, I would turn off that. I would probably turn off the right column. I really like just mobile news feed. I mean, that's just me. This is how I'm just showing exactly how I would set it up. Okay. All right. So that's exactly how my copy would read. I would have a different image, obviously, but I'd do the news feeds. Okay, here's the targeting. All right, I'm going to target the United States, the whole United States. Start my age at 25 to 65. I might actually bump that up a little bit. I'm going to bump that up to 29 to 65. Okay, and then simply, I might find some more interest here, but obvious ones: plastic surgeon, cosmetic surgeon, American Society of Plastic Surgeons, and then this gives me a potential reach of 48,000 people. That's not huge. That's. I would love to have more, but that is what it is. I mean, it's not like there are a shit ton of cosmetic surgeons out there, not compared to other professions like teachers or even lawyers. I mean, if you just put general lawyer, or anything like that, or hell, even internet marketers, right? I don't screw around with all the behaviors and stuff. I just don't, unless I really need to. I really only mess with this if I already have in my interests such a large group, like 10 million or 20 million or whatever, that I need to drill down further. I don't touch it. Okay, so in this case, I'm not even going to touch it. All right. Then here's where we're going to have to see something happen to get the traffic you need to really know what you're doing. All right. So first of all, I can tell you right now, in my experience, for me to be able to start getting traffic, I lately, this is of recent, I've lately had to just go above the high end of that suggested bid, and I usually go, at least 20 to 30% above that. So in that case, I'll be looking at, like 65 cents, 65, 70 cents is what I would put as my max bid. I always do manual, so I'd put, 70 cents per. If I really wanted to make sure I was dialing, I'd just go to 75 cents. But 70 cents, and that doesn't mean it's going to be 70 cents every click. That just means that's your max bid. It just sends a signal to Facebook, man, serve my shit up. Send me the traffic. Give me the traffic. And that's really what we want to do. We want them to give us the traffic. Now, if you really want to know, whether or not you can start getting some hands raised, you're going to have to start dialing in some numbers, man. I mean, that's really what it's going to come down to. So here's what I would do. I would start right here, boom, $50 a day and run it for 2 days. I'd spend $100, see how much traffic I got from that, and then revise from there, because you might discover could be several factors at play here. You might discover, man, this is over tapped. Okay, I mean, it could be that this happens a lot. This is over tapped. These surgeons are getting hit by a lot of other people who are doing the same damn thing, and they're tired of it. It's like the t-shirt campaigns. So that could be a variable here. So you might try another audience, another niche, another area. The process you have in place is good. I like the way you laid this out. This is exactly how I would lay it out. I mean, I think this is very similar to what I've shown a lot of people. This is exactly how I'd lay it out, because it's very clear. It's like, okay, because if I got this traffic, all right, somebody saying, I'm raising my hand, because yes, I have a surgery business, and yes, I want 3 times more inquiries, and yeah, I do want to see that simple thing. Well, here we go. Here's that simple thing right here. Okay, how to double or even triple your inquiries overnight with a powerful solution. Okay, this is exactly what you promised. And it's a sneaky opt-in, right? I mean, so they're going to go through and pick these things, right? They're going to pick all this stuff, whatever it is. And then they're going to submit. It's going to ask for an email address. Okay? Boom, boom. And then they submit that. And then after they do that, they'll see this call to action as well to get in touch, to have this done. And here's a recommendation I would have. Right now, you just have it saying fill in your info now. So we can get in touch. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. I probably wrote that, something similar to that on mine. But looking at it now with a fresh set of eyes, this is another call to action. This needs to be, hey, if you, or a question, do you want to have this on your site let's talk. And that's it. And they just, fill out below. We'll talk. Something like that. That's up to you. That's just me getting nitpicky. But there you go. That's I think your problem that you might be having the most. It's just a traffic problem, in my opinion. And the problem could be needing to dial in better with your ads. And I just showed you exactly 100% how I would set this ad up to the T. But be mindful, when I use examples, when Dan uses examples, always assume that 1,000 other people are doing it. Just a warning to you. What you did is great, and you can easily duplicate that to any niche and scale this. So feel free to use my copy the way I showed you here and this model, and be willing to burn through $100. I mean, getting this traffic is not hard. But sometimes if you're going after something that's a little more narrow, you've got to be willing to spend a little more every once in a while. In some niches, I've gotten away with $10, $20 a day. Before I shared this with everybody, before you learned about this from me, I was able to do this at $5, $10, $20 a day max. Ads, I can't do that anymore. We still run some of these, and we just kind of, realize that we're usually having to spend a little more, but this is exactly how we set these up, just like I showed you. All right, man. Let's move on to some more stuff here. So we need a little help from you. I have a question for you, okay? Because we love doing these reviews, and we round up a few of these every month and do them just like this. Sometimes we even do it live on a webinar format for a small group, at least once a month. Now, again, we do this normally for a small group of some of our insiders. And here's the question. If we decided to open up a few spots, and seriously, we really don't know if we're going to do that right now. We were counting and relying on your feedback. But if we did decide to open up a few spots, and we made it accessible, and we kept it really accessible, and kept it well under $100, and we kept it completely simple, month by month basis, would it interest you to be part of this? We're trying to decide if these reviews are something that you consider helpful to you, because I know I always learn when I'm watching somebody review somebody else's stuff, because I see how it applies to what I'm doing, whether they're reviewing what I'm doing or someone else. So we want to know if you found this helpful. If we made it more accessible to more people, would that be helpful to you? So we were trying to find out if that is something that you would want, that you would be interested in. Now keep in mind, we are qualified to review and give advice on only certain number of things. We have a pretty broad range, but and again, keep in mind that we do things our way. We've been extremely successful. We run a multi-million-dollar business doing that, but hey, we're going to have different opinions than other people. So if you kind of jive with the way we do things, okay, and understand that these are the things we're qualified to give advice on and review, here they are. Digital assets, sales copy. I write most of the sales copy for just about everything. So does Dan. We write almost all of our own stuff. We don't outsource that. Sales pages, same thing. We do a lot of that stuff on a regular basis. We're proud of it. Traffic, driving traffic from SEO or paid traffic or other different types of JV traffic, affiliate traffic. I mean, we do. I mean, traffic is a huge part of our business. So and that includes lead generation, SEO, like I said, webinars. We do so many webinars these days. That's something we are highly qualified to give advice on if that's something you're seeking. Sales funnels. I didn't put videos, but pretty much anything related to driving and converting traffic. Okay, and that's that really fits with a lot of the stuff. I mean, we do stuff on the lead gen side of doing B2B lead generation, to selling products on webinars, and to selling products on big product launches. So we have a very diverse knowledge in the way we do things. And the way we do things is different than many, but we still follow a lot of best practices. So those are the things we're qualified on, okay? And also keep in mind, if we do it, we won't always pick every single submission every month. Do not confuse this with one-on-one coaching. Okay, this is not one-on-one coaching. This is as close as you can get to it for a highly accessible price if we were to do that. But we will definitely pick a few every single month, and everyone benefits from that learning. And we can probably facilitate you all, if we put more of you together in a really good group, reviewing each other's stuff as well. So let us know. First of all, was this helpful? Like just watching this simple review, this seeing kind of what we do with a very small number of people on a regular basis. Would it interest you to do this with us on a regular monthly basis? Simply just leave us your feedback in comments below. Please just let us know. Say, yeah, I'd love it, but I wouldn't do it. Or I love it and I would do it. Or I hate it and I hate you and you suck. I mean, whatever. You just leave your feedback in comments below. We're looking at this because we've had people say, hey, I love when you do those reviews for us. Honestly, we would love to have some more people involved in that, just so we have more stuff to look at, more stuff to review, more people to help. So it would actually be helpful for us. But we want to know, is that helpful to you? Is that something you're interested in? Is that something we should dedicate more of our time to? Because if it's something, we find that our awesome, amazing, loyal fans and customers who we are here to serve, if that's something you guys want, we want to be able to provide that for you. So please leave that feedback in some comments below. Let us know. And as always, guys, rock on!